Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're going to get you set up with Google Gemini in just a few minutes. We'll skip the hype and jump right into the practical stuff you can use today, how to check your access, write your first great prompts, and build some simple routines that'll save you a ton of time. Let's get into it.
So here's our game plan. We'll kick things off with a quick look at what Gemini actually is and how you can get access. Then, the fun part. We'll write some real-world prompts for things like emails and plans. After that, I'll share some pro tips to get even better results, and we'll wrap up with the really important rules for using it responsibly.
All right, so first things first, what exactly is Gemini?
At its core, Gemini is your AI-powered partner. You'll see the word multimodal thrown around a lot. That's really just a fancy way of saying it understands more than just text. It can also work with images, audio, video, even code. So think of it as this super versatile helper that can brainstorm with you, plan out projects, and get those first drafts done, right where you're already doing your work.
And you know, one of Gemini's biggest superpowers is that it's already integrated into the tools you use every single day. It's not some separate app you have to go hunt down. It's built right into Gmail, Docs, Drive, ready to go when you are. That's what makes it feel so natural to use.
Getting connected is pretty easy, but the very first step is just to make sure you have access.
Accessing it is simple. Just head over to gemini.google.com and log in with your Google account. The interface is really clean, designed to help you focus. You've got your prompt bar right at the bottom, and all your past conversations are neatly organized on the left so you can always go back to them.
Now, your access might look a little different depending on your account. If you're using a personal Google account, you'll probably get all the latest and greatest features as soon as they roll out. But if you're on a work or school account, your admin might have different settings in place. The huge upside there, though, is the enterprise-grade data protection, which means your company data is kept private and secure. You'll find these Gemini entry points right inside your apps. In Gmail and Docs, you want to look for that Help Me Write button. In Sheets and Slides, you'll see a dedicated Gemini side panel. And in Drive, that same side panel can give you instant summaries of your files. Just keep in mind, these things are always being updated, so the names might change a bit over time.
Okay, this is a really important tip. Your language settings matter. If you want to get your hands on the newest, most advanced features as soon as they're available, I'd recommend setting your Google account language to English. A lot of new stuff rolls out in English first before it gets to other languages.
So here's your quick setup checklist. Sign in, pop open an app like Docs, find that Gemini icon, double-check your language is set to English, and just run a quick test. If you've done all that and you still don't see the features on a work account, the next step is to get in touch with your workspace admin. All right, let's get to the good stuff. Writing your first prompts. This is where we go from that dreaded blank page to a solid first draft in literally seconds. This is where it all becomes real.
Let's start with a task we all do, writing a follow-up email. Now, this prompt works so well because it's specific. It sets the tone to friendly. It gives a clear word count, it provides the meeting topic for context, and it has a very clear goal, that call to action at the end. Giving Gemini these kinds of details is the secret to getting a great first draft.
And just like that, Gemini instantly creates a complete draft for you right inside the Compose window. I mean, think about it. No more writer's block, no more staring at a blinking cursor. That alone can save you so much time every single week.
But remember, that first draft is just a starting point. You are always in the driver's seat. You can ask for different versions, you can change the tone, like make this shorter or make it more casual. And, this is critical, if your draft has any facts or figures, you can use the double check feature to help verify them against Google search.
Let's try something different, like a planning task. Over in Google Docs, you can use a prompt just like this one, asking for a really specific structure. Gemini will take this one sentence and turn it into a fully structured outline, giving you a massive head start on a task that would normally take a lot of time. And from there, you can even ask it to flesh out any of those sections.
So you've got the basics down. Now, let's look at a super simple formula to get dramatically better and more consistent results from your prompts.
To really unlock more advanced results, try using this 4-part formula. First, give Gemini a persona, like act as an expert copywriter. Then state the goal. Draft 3 headlines. Next, add constraints. Make them under 10 words each.
And finally, if it's a complex task, you can even give it an example of what you want the output to look like. This structure really helps focus the AI and gives you much more precise results.
And this is where the integration really starts to feel like magic. You can actually chain tasks together. You could ask it to analyze data in a sheet, then use those findings to draft a summary email in Gmail, and then turn that summary into a presentation in slides. It's this seamless workflow that really connects all your tools together.
Okay, let's pause for a really critical topic. A few key guardrails for using Gemini responsibly and, effectively.
The best way to think about Gemini is as your co-pilot, not the pilot. You're still flying the plane. So always review and edit its work to make sure it sounds like you and meets your standards. Always verify critical facts, because generative AI can sometimes make mistakes or hallucinate information. And most importantly, never ever input sensitive personal or company data into your prompts.
So what happens if you're looking for a feature and you just can't find it? Don't panic. It's usually one of a few common things. Your workspace admin might have it turned off, it could be limited by your specific region or plan, or it might just be rolling out slowly. A good first step is to try checking for it in a different Google app, like in Docs if you can't see it in Gmail.
We have covered a lot of ground, so let's do a quick recap. You now know how to check your access, where to find Gemini in your apps, how to write your first few specific prompts, and the key rules for using it responsibly. That's a huge start.
Now, to make all of this really stick, here's a little mini assignment for you. First, draft one real follow-up email that you actually need to send using that template we talked about. Second, create a one-page outline for a small project you have coming up. And third, and this is a great habit to build, save both of those successful prompts in a new Google Doc. That's going to become your personal prompt library. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. If your AI assistant could safely and reliably automate any one task for you tomorrow, what would it be? The answer to that question is a great guide for how you can continue to use these tools. In our next explainer, we're going to dive deep into advanced prompt engineering patterns. Thanks for watching.